Welcome to the Animal Reception Centre, a facility which accepts up to 80 million animals per year. This year's been really busy. Due to the change in the pet travel scheme legislation, we've had a 30% increase in the throughput of pet animals. We've also had many more animals through for the Olympics and the Paralympics. We have 30 members of staff who work 24/7 to cater for all the animals that come in. Let me show you around. This is the vehicle bay. This is where the animals arrive and are immediately offloaded and allocated kennels. On arrival, they have a basic health check. They're given food, water and bedding. We can read the microchips of the animals as well, and then start the pet travel scheme process where we can look at the paperwork, make sure everything's okay, and the animals can then be customs cleared and then released from the building. This is Sonny, came in from Sydney earlier on today, passed the pet travel scheme, and now is due to go up to Manchester on the next British Airways flight. So the British Airways livestock vehicle here is collecting and taken straight to aircraft. It needs to be sealed because the animal has been screened, so it's security cleared, and that makes sure that nobody can tamper with it between here and the security gate. You ready? Okay. This is one of our reptile rooms. As you can see, we've got many different vivariums in here. They all have their own individual lighting and heating system. What we do here is we release animals that come in that are here for a long time. That could quite often be animals that are in transit, that have been detained or seized by customs. We receive about 500,000 reptiles every year, not just imports but transits as well. We have one such animal here, which is a sand boa. If I can find it in here. I'm using the snake hook to retrieve the snake because it's an ambush animal. It sits in the sand, hides its body completely, and it may just have its nostrils and eyes above the surface. As you can see, they're right on top of the head. And what it'll do is it will wait to ambush its prey items, which is usually mice and things like that come through. It reacts to the body heat and then will strike at the mouse and feed upon it. Here we are in the fish border inspection post. As you can see today, it's quite quiet. We've got some hatching eggs here in from Canada and some fish in as well. Once they've been customs cleared, they are then collected by the consignees. We can handle up to 35 million fish every year. This is the dog wing, one of several that we have. We can house up to 40 dogs in one time. The kennels are quite often used more than once. I've just come over to check on Sophie, a collie that's come through this morning about 9:30, so she's been here for a short while, and I'm just making sure she's all right before our owners collect her. Hello there, Sophie. She's got food and water in here, nice bit of bedding, a radiator as well to keep the kennel nice and warm, and an outside run. Here we have some crush cages. These are used for large animals. If we get anything dangerous, such as big cats, lions, tigers, etc., we can release them into these cages safely, feed them, water them, and then rebox them. This cat here, Bengal, has just come in from Canada. It's one of 13,000 dogs and cats that we get in every year. It's coming under the pet travel scheme. It's just been microchip read, and we're checking the paperwork at the moment. So hopefully this should be going to its owner fairly soon. This is the bird wing. This is a dedicated bird wing with an air handling system, so we have to wear the masks to prevent us getting any diseases from quarantine birds. We get approximately 2,500 birds every year, mainly pet birds and a few birds of prey. We also house reptiles down here as well. Although it's a dedicated bird wing, we don't get so many birds in every year, so we can use our facility for reptiles that are more permanent residents. This ringneck parakeet here came in to us at the beginning of the month. It's going to do its quarantine here. There are a few issues with the paperwork, but after that the owner will be able to come and collect their pet bird. Here we have two white-throated monitors. They came in quite some time ago. They were part of a seizure from the UK Border Agency. As you can see, they've got a nice large enclosure. As they've been here for some time, we've released them out into this. We do use them for handling courses now that we run. They can be a bit feisty sometimes. As you can see, this one's probably going to whip its tail at me if I get close. That's a typical defence mechanism. We use this for training people on how to deal with larger lizards, so they are aware that they can actually whip their tail. They can also bite and scratch as well. But generally, these aren't too bad. If you grab the tail, you can pick them up, and they're quite steady animals. They can be a bit feisty, but then calm down very quickly. This is our large animal handling facility. We have a scissor lift over here where we can offload horses, cattle, anything like that. We can take 2 pallets at one time. They can be offloaded, either circulated around here while the health check's been done and reloaded, or we have the stables here and the cattle pens further up. We also have 2 isolation stables, so if there's any issues and any of the animals have to be detained temporarily, they can remain here whilst we get other shipments in. This is the waiting area where the owners wait for their pet animals to clear customs. This is where the animals will first come out and they get to see them after coming off the flight. So this is the area where they get to meet their animals for the first time and enjoy that.
So happy.